On today's episode, I'm going to be showing you a few methods on how you can fix loose drywall anchors, so make sure you stay tuned. Hey there friends, welcome to Fix This House. If you're new to the channel, consider pressing the subscribe notification bell so you can always be in tune on DIYs, how-to videos, and product reviews that I do within this channel. So we all have some point in time where we come across this loose drywall anchor because it's either supporting our curtains, our picture frames, or most common areas would be inside your bathroom for your toilet paper dispenser, which is a very common by the way. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you 3 different types of method that's very effective on fixing this, so you don't have to go and drill a brand new hole. You can reuse the same hole, and at the same time you'll probably have a stronger hold rather than the previous one. I actually made another video like this before where I compared different types of fixes for just drywall anchors and I tested them. So if you're interested on that video, go and check that video out after you watch this one. Make sure you stay tuned throughout this whole video because I'll be conducting a weight test on how well this actually holds after we fix it. With that being said, let's get to method number 1. Let's get to it. Before we go on to this test, I'd like to show you my mock-up right here with 16-inch center studs with a drywall piece as well. And we have our loose drywall anchor here. So our first method that I actually highly recommend, and it works 100%, is this wet and fix. Now I'm not sponsored by wet and fix, it's just the first one that I did on that previous video that I made, and a lot of you friends have agreed with me and you tried it out yourself that this worked really well and it's super easy to use. This one, if you're interested, I'll leave the link on the description down below. Check it out if you're interested, and it's fairly cheap and it comes with a lot of these discs. It comes with these packs of discs, so these can go a long way. If you're wondering why I'm wearing pink gloves, long story, I ran out of gloves. My wife used all my work ones, so she ended up buying these pink ones. So I might have a little bit of comments in the comment section about my gloves, but yeah, that's the story and I'm sticking to it. Yeah, why I have pink gloves. If you're gonna use the same anchor size that you already have and you don't want to buy a brand new one, you can do that with this one. And what we're trying to do is we're gonna build around this anchor. Take one disc out of here. Now you can see that this is pretty much powdery, so be careful. That's why I'm using gloves. I want to get a cup of water, and as simple as dipping it in there. I'm gonna dip this in here, get it nice and wet, and you're gonna wrap it around your drywall anchor just like this. Now, like what I mentioned on the other video, it kind of looks like a drywall anchor baby because you got it nice and swaddled up like that. Now, after you do this, you want to go back to the hole, test it out if it's thick enough. So you can see that this is still kind of loose. So just grab one more of the disc. You're going to build right around it again to make it a little bit thicker. 2 sheets should be fine. Push this in and kind of just work your way around it. Have some of that cloth bulge out of the edges. It's actually great because that's actually holding it right in place. Dry it up a little bit. Now here's a little tip. If you want to make this go by a little bit faster, you can either use your hair blower, or if you have a heat gun, you can use that and just lightly blow onto it. It's been well about over 3 to 5 minutes now. I know a little bit went over my minutes, but I also recommend that when you go and apply this wet and fix, to have that cloth stick out on the edges. So just help support it just furthermore. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a weight test. Now with that being said, I'm gonna put this little contraption bar right here so that I can hang some weights on this thing. Let's go by weight increments and let's see how much this thing holds before it fails. Now with every test that I do, I always go maximum of 50 pounds or 52.5 pounds because that's pretty much how much I already have left here. And plus there's a drywall anchor. I don't know what you'll be hanging on your drywall, but I think curtain rods, your toilet paper rack doesn't weigh that much. So I think 50 pounds is very doable and it's very reasonable for this test. 20 pounds is holding really easily. Now let's go move up to 30 pounds. Let's move up now to 40 pounds. Let's get to the final weight, which is 52.5, because this is how much this maxes out on the dumbbell. Just a quick disclaimer, friends, do not try this at home. I'm doing this for test and entertainment purposes only. So please do not copy or mimic this. You could seriously get hurt because this could go out anytime and you could seriously get hurt. I'm a trained professional, so yeah. I held this 52.5 weight. And if you're interested on getting this wet and fix, guys, I'm not sponsored. I bought this with my own money. Check out the link on the description down below. I'll leave a link for this wet and fix for that. But so far it's holding really well. Since I've been talking, I've not moved this at all. Notice how the strength power on this is really holding really well. But yeah, let me know in the comment section down below what you think of this fix. Let's get to the next method. After I took out that old drywall anchor, didn't damage any surrounding drywall around it. That's the wet and fix got stuck in there. The anchor came out with the screw. Never damaged the surrounding drywall, so that's good to know. Now for the second method I'm going to show you is an alternative method, but it's kind of like the same concept. If you don't have that wet and fix available, but if you already have these few items that probably already you have at home, which is some joint compound. It doesn't have to be this 5-minute joint compound. You can just use any type of regular joint compound. It just depends on how fast you want it to set. I just got this Easy Sand 5 because it's 5 minutes, it's already nice and dry, but you can use any joint compound that you have at home. And we're gonna use, yeah, you got it, we're gonna use toilet paper, or if you have any of these rolls for when you're doing drywall repair for the seams. This one's the fiber fuse because it's a little bit of fiber type. Try the toilet paper first because that's one I'm very interested in. Get yourself a disposable cup. I'm gonna be using a little bit, especially this Easy Sand, and just do the right mix. You want it so you can have a nice kind of like a yogurt texture. Easy Sand 5, you want to work fast on this because it dries out super fast and it hardens, like hence 5 minutes. There you go, you have this nice yogurt-like texture. So I'm gonna go get some of this toilet paper. Probably 1 sheet of this in little pieces like so. Get a little bit of this mix. You wanna make it nice and soupy. Add a little bit of this right there. Add a little bit more of that joint compound, just like that. And let's push it right in that hole, like so. So now we're gonna take some of this fiber fuse, like so, fold it in half, cake this up like that. You can do double layer or 1 layer depending on how big your hole is. Put another one over. Again, for safe measures, we're gonna put a little bit more of that 5-minute mud. I would go in a counterclockwise motion while you're going in there. Here's one I want to try. Here's our old one. Take out that old wet and fix out of there. I want to do regular joint compound and do the test on that. See how well it holds with just the joint compound itself. Now this is just an extra test that I want to do. Stuff that in there. Let it dry. I labeled everything so you don't get confused. This one is just joint compound, toilet paper with joint compound, and the fiber fuse with the joint compound. Now to speed everything up, just like what I did with the wet and fix, I'm just gonna go and use my heat gun just to speed things up a little bit. So I'd just like to add, if you're curious on what drywall anchors I was using, I'm using this Fisher drywall anchors. Number 8, and they come in a bunch of these ones. I really like using these. These are really nice, reliable drywall anchors. They're strong. They're called Fisher. If you're interested on these type of anchors and all the tools and materials I use within this whole video, I'll leave all of those links on the description down below. I'm just gonna cut down to the chase. I'm not gonna go to 20, 30, 40 pound increments. I'm just gonna go straight to 52.5 direct weight. So if it doesn't hold that, to me, that's a fail. Let's start first with just the regular joint compound. Okay, so that didn't work. That kind of failed before it even started. Automatically just failed. Just attach this. So that's a fail too. It didn't even go through. It got damaged right away. So again, toilet paper does not work, friends. Go to fiber fuse. Let's see if that holds on. So far so good. It maintained it. It didn't have a blowout. Let's go now attach the 50 pounds. 52.5 pounds. Holding on nice and strong on the fiber fuse. Just the joint compound is a fail. Toilet paper was a fail. Fiber fuse was a great additive for the joint compound. The 5-minute mud works and holds really well. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think. Let's get to the final and third method. So the third method that I got for you is using pretty much these toggle bolts. These toggle bolts are kind of like these wings. Look like these with springs, and they look like wings. I put this screw right through. You want to put this over to whatever you're hanging. That's the only disadvantage. You got to put it right before you place it right inside the drywall. Now you can bend this and feed it right through the hole. Just like that. Toggle bolts are strong and it holds 52.5 pounds. There you have it, friends. That concludes all the 3 methods that we did. All of them seems to be very effective. And if you want to go the easy route, again, go with the wet and fix. I'll leave the link on the description down below, how easy it was to apply this, and it works really well. And then the second method, we use the fiber fuse with the 5-minute mud. Easy to do as well is the toggle bolts. So if you need toggle bolts, they come in various sizes. All the links in the description down below. Let me know in the comment section down below, friends, what you thought of this video. If you found it very helpful, friends, I would kindly ask for your suggestions, your comments, your experiences. Leave it in the comment section down below so we can share with the community. I'd also like to add, friends, that if you want to join our membership for Fix This House, kindly just click on that join button. We have some pretty cool perks and giveaways if you are a member. So just check out and click that join button and you see all the perks available there. We also have our new merch down at fixthishouse.net. Check out the link of our website down below as well. Thank you so much for your friends for all the love and support that you do. Again, if you found this video super helpful, please hit that big thumbs up, press the subscribe notification bell, and I'll see you, friends, on the next video.